Well, today the Georgetown defense was just way better than our offense. We just didn't handle their defense. I thought they did a great job defensively. Our really only point of emphasis the last 2 days of practice was not to let their guards shoot. We weren't honestly concerned about Porter. We knew I would just soon he'd get 30. We just didn't do a good job defensively on their guards. We know they can shoot, and we did a very poor job defensively on their guards. And you cannot let those guys shoot the ball. They're very good shooters, and we did not do a good job with them. But I just thought offensively they were more physical than we were, and we did not have good patience. We got a shot, we didn't make it, but we really needed to probably get better shots. But when we did get a good shot, we didn't make it. But I just thought Georgetown was much more physical than we were today on defense, and they just played much better on offense than we did. And they played the best of anybody in the league this year, and they deserve questions.
Coach, did you expect them to have so much success with their man-to-man?
I knew they'd play man-to-man because they started in Syracuse man-to-man. I thought we'd be better against it, and we weren't.
Not the way you want to go out against rivalry.
Well, I don't think of one game. I mean, if you think of one game, that's not it. It's been a 30-plus year rivalry that's been good, and it has its ups and downs. One team seems to get a little bit on one, and the next, and then 2 or 3 years later, it switches back. It's been a great rivalry. It's been pretty competitive. This is probably one of the least competitive games. We've had a few like this, but not too many. But it's been a great rivalry from the first, and it really made both programs and helped make the conference. Dave Gavitt, put this thing together, and it's probably been a little lucky, and because of him and Mike Tranghese, that it was able to keep together for so long. And it really was at the point that these schools, football just is going to run the ship no matter what happens, and that's what happened. I understand that, and it's the way it is. It's the way it has to be, I think. And but it's been an unbelievable rivalry. And you don't remember one game or two. You remember the total package of the series, and it's just been a tremendous series from the very beginning. When Dave Gavitt put this thing together, nobody thought it could ever be anything close to what it became within 2 years. It took 2 years to get this league up, and it was because of him and the coaches and John and Louis, Rowley, those guys from the beginning, and then the great players that have played in this league. And that's what you remember. I mean, that's always there. But I don't think about it any more today than I always do. I mean, I think it's just been an unbelievable experience. We never thought it would go like this, and it has. And as a coach, you never think you're going to be a part of this thing for 30-some years. You think, remember the first few meetings and the battles in the meeting rooms that we had, that if Dave hadn't been there, there would have been fist fights in the rooms. And they were 8-hour, 10-hour meetings about, 2 referees or something. It was, you had to really be there. It seems funny now, but it was 10 times more funny when you were there. And if we could have filmed them, they would have been, they would have been worth a lot of money, because people would have paid to watch some of the things that went on in that room. But, it's been an unbelievable experience. I was hoping to get by 4 or 5 years in this league when it started. I was thinking that would be pretty good. And, it's been an unbelievable run. This game is a blimp, on the radar. We've won more than our fair share of games in the league, and had more than our fair share of success, and it's just been an unbelievable experience for all the schools and all the players and the fans. That's can't really say much more about it. It's I'm not very emotional, so I'm just going to smile a little bit.
Coach, you talked about the coaches in this conference. I know you're busy getting your team ready today. Did you get an opportunity, though, to obviously you saw Big John and maybe talk with him a little bit and just go through the –
John and I are good friends. We've been good friends. We weren't always good friends. But we've been good friends for a long time. Even when he was still coaching, we got over that youthful whatever it was. I won't label it. But it was, we got over that a long time ago, and John the third and I are good friends. It's a great rivalry. We both want to win. We always want to win. They want to win. That's what makes it. But we're friends at the end of the day. There's no bitterness. There really hasn't been for a long time. And, John Thompson, Dave Gavin, Mike Tranghese, and John Thompson, and Louis Carnesecca, Rolly Massimino, those are the guys that made this league. Jim Calhoun, the coaches made this league. Obviously the players that they brought in, but it was those coaches that made this league. And we had Rick Barnes and Gary Williams and Rick Pitino in the beginning, and Rick Pitino again. And I don't know if he can make another move out in Vietnam. But, and a lot of other guys that I'm not even, the great coaches, Jay Wright after Rolly of Villanova. There's just been a lot of great coaches in this league, and it's meant the world to me, and I'm proud that I've been able to survive for this many years.
Coach, what do you think about the job JT3 has done this year with this team?
He's done a great job. I think he's done an unbelievable job. They're a lot better than people ever thought they'd be, though. They're not. This is a very good basketball team. When those guards shoot like that, they can beat anybody. And, Porter's a hands-down player of the year in the league. And I think, I don't know, I've seen Trey Burke and I've seen Oladipo. To me, this kid's the player of the year. It's not even in the country. I don't see it being close. I really don't. I think there's been some unbelievable coaching jobs this year. Kevin Ali has done an unbelievable job at Connecticut. Buzz Williams has done an unbelievable job at his school. Obviously, they're just good, really. There's really good coaches in this league. I mean, Eddie has done a great job at Providence. I think Jay Wright has brought his team back from, a really bad season and right back into the tournament. So it's been a great year for our league. I mean, we had 6 teams in the top 25, and I think we've got other teams that are good that aren't in there. So it's been a great year for the league. And John and I just were talking before and after the game. It's sad time. That's but that's what it is. And but it's been it's not as sad for me because I've been there. I've seen it from beginning to end, and it's nothing but great memories. A few heartbreaks along the way in there, but that's what makes it great. If you don't have great heartbreaks, you're not going to have great moments. And we've had that, and I'm just grateful that Dave Gavin was able to put this thing together. He's the only guy, I think, in the history of college basketball that could have done this. He dragged people kicking and screaming in, the coaches, the administrators arguing every day about the lights, the power, the electricity you're going to have to spend if you come in to work out the day before the game. I mean, silly shit. Which is still going on now, but Dave Gavin just said, no, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And when there was an issue, he would just tell the presidents, well, this is and they'd say, well, wait, we said, well, we've already done it. So, you know, that's why this league got started. This league never get started today. Wouldn't happen. Too many people think they're smarter than Dave Gavin. They wouldn't let it happen.
Are you going to miss it?
Well, you know, I'm pretty much ready to go play golf someplace. If I was 40 years old, I'd be real upset. I'm not 40 years old. That should be obvious, though. I'll miss some of these press conferences with some of you people. Having a chance to get mad, and then everybody's mad at me for a couple of weeks. How can he say those things? It's easy, real easy. I don't care. You get in these press conferences, you got every right to ask any question you want, and I'll answer it any way I want to. It's fair. It's fair, isn't it? That's fair. That's fair. I may not be right all the time, but nobody is
running outside, ready to go now.
Nobody is. I'm ready to go home right now. Get ready to go to New York, and I think we're a better team, obviously, than we've shown the last 10 games. How much better, I'm not sure. I think we'll go back and work for a couple days, and we'll go to New York. The great thing about New York is if you end on a bad note, which we have, we got a chance to go to New York and try to play better. I think we've lost a little of our confidence offensively. Our defense is as good as it's been. Our defense was really good tonight for a long time. You just can't keep playing defense when you keep misfiring. We gave 8 points off our offensive turnovers in the first half. We would have been, you know, if we just hadn't done that, it would have been a couple 2-point game. And but you can't just keep playing defense. We're not that good. Nobody's that good. So we've got to play better offensively. I think we can. We have at times, and you know, we'll see. But you know, we're going to New York with the idea that, you know, we can play better there and get a more positive note. I've seen it happen a million times. Teams have. We've done it. We got beat here by Georgetown one year by 25, I think, and we went to New York and beat them in the first game. I think I remember that right.
Jim Porter had 33 up there. Tonight, only 10, but 7 assists, no turnovers.
No, he's a great player.
No turnovers.
And
Did he play
honestly,
differently today?
I think in the last game, we left him a little open, more than we should. And he saw the other guys weren't making shots, and he started, you know, trying to take shots, and they looked for him. But the two disappointments I have in this game, our offense was not good, and that's my fault. And the second thing is that we wanted to play the guards, and we didn't. We did not get that message through. And it wasn't that they were someplace we didn't know where they were. We were there. We just let them get set and shoot the ball. Porter's a tremendous player. He really is. He's an absolutely tremendous player. He's a good defender, and he does everything on the offensive end. I mean, he's in the top 4 or 5 picks in the draft. I mean, I don't see how it could be any worse than that. And he's the kind of player that's most valuable in the NBA today. I mean, to me, I'd take him the first pick. That's the kind of guy that you need to have up there. Does everything. And he's going to get better, I think. Okay? See you in New York.